Hi guys, I've been asked to do a video of how I make my elephant cake topper for children, babies cakes. So I'm very new to this, please bear with me, but I thought I would do the video for you, show you just how easy it actually is to do. I'm using Cake Duchess modelling paste, I don't know if you can see that there. I would totally recommend this product. It's very good and makes modelling so much easier. So to start with, I've coloured a lump of the modelling paste in a light grey. You don't want it too dark, as I say, because it's going to be for a child's cake. We don't really want big dark elephants sat on the top, so just give it a bit of a knead. When you first use the modelling paste, you need to knead it for at least 10 minutes. If you find that it is too hard, I can recommend just pop it in the microwave for about 5 seconds just to soften it up, and that makes things a lot easier to get started. So what I would do first of all is give it a bit of a roll. I roll it into a sausage, because we want the bits for each part of the elephant. So okay, I would cut off probably nearly half, which we're going to use for the head and the trunk. The other we're going to do cut into half, cut and cut. We're going to pop those into a bag so that they don't dry out. It is important to keep this stuff popped away. So the head, let's give it a little roll. Okay, the Cake Duchess dries beautifully, holds its shape and allows you to work for as long as you need. So you have your ball of paste. What I'm going to do initially is just pull out enough to make the little baby trunk, and then just smooth that round a bit again. To make, so you can see there we have that formed. Now if we just push in gently and then get your ball tool, and we're just going to push and push. This is going to make, and then turn for the bigger socket, and we're going to put the eyes in there in just a minute. Now, going again, just smooth off the head and just bring the trunk up. Okay, with your knife tool, just pop in a couple of little wrinkles on the nose. Can you see that there? Pop up the trunk, and then we're just going to pop a little hole in the end of the trunk. Underneath, I'm just going to make about here, just cut in to make a mouth. And just give it a little bit of shape. And there you have your little elephant's mouth, nose and head ready. So then we just want some white. Just a small piece. Just work that for a couple of seconds. This is just fondant that I'm going to pop in to the eye sockets. So just stuck to my fingers. I just use water, but it's up to you if you prefer to use actual paper glue. That's entirely up to you, but just pop a little bit of water in the eye and pop in your little bit of fondant there. And just using your ball tool, you can push that in, smooth it out. If you find it sticking, just pop your ball tool into a little bit of corn flour and just give it a push in so that it looks about the same on each side. If it does, that's fine. The corn flour will brush off once your figure's dry. And then a little bit of black. We only need tiny little bits of this, because again, we'll pop it out with the ball tool. And we're going to just push that onto the eye. Little bit of water again. And pop those on. Again, with your ball tool. Just give it a bit of smooth. Spread it out so it's about the same. There we go. And again, we want just little highlights in the eyes. I like to put in, you don't have to. I like to pop in just a small highlight on the eye, just adds to a little bit of character. And again, just pop it on. So there he is. That looking beautiful. Okay, for the mouth, if you take your Dresden tool, there's a wide end and a thinner end. We're going to use the wider end, and we just pop that into the mouth and pull down very gently. Give him a little bit more shape. Round the head off a bit more again. And just set your head to one side so that it's ready for when we do the body. Okay, so we're going to take another piece of the grey, mould it, make it pliable. You have to remember that the elephant's head is quite big in comparison to his body. These are just cartoon elephants, they're not true to life, so to speak. So it doesn't have to be absolutely perfect. Sometimes making a little bit of difference just adds a bit of character. So again, just give it a roll. And then we're just going to narrow, so it's a kind of egg shape. Okay. Now you can use sticks to strengthen. I find actually you don't really need to with Cake Duchess. It should just sit nicely. If you take your a larger bottle and just pop it in under the head, give it a bit of a dent, and just give it something to adhere to. If you squish his head, that's fine, because it can all just be remodelled, redone. Okay, so again, small amount of water, just that on the top, not too much because otherwise it won't stick, and then just pop his head on there. This is the point where you can make it taller, shorter, whatever you want to do. So it just sits on the top there. His head's lost a bit of the roundness. And again, just sit that. I push a little bit at the front because elephants have big bellies. And again, just pop that to one side. Tip his head back a little bit. We're going to roll his legs. You don't need to be very big, you just want to measure the front, so you can see these are much too big, and that's fine. You just cut off to the length that you need. Flatten the end. And make another one so that it matches him. Again, just roll and cut off so it's the same length. And flatten off the end, tidy up the top. And then just, his leg is going to be like so, so just cut in slightly, just enough to make indents, don't actually cut the paste. So 1, 2, 3, put these to one side just for a minute. Then we're going to make his back legs. Now the back legs don't stand up against his body, so we're going to roll a sausage. So that it matches. Cut it in half. Just round that off. Again, just a few little nicks in there. And then just flatten, just flatten one end, round it off, a couple of little nicks, flatten. You're going to do the opposite side, just curve it slightly. And again, small amount of water just on the side of our elephant. And then just pop these legs, if you push, you see there, just on the sides of the elephant. This is such an easy little character to do, but looks so adorable. Now, before we put the front legs on, I've made some pink. This is going to be for a little girl's cake. Again, just make it a little bit pliable. If you work this before you start, then it isn't so difficult to do while you're actually working on the character. We're going to take just a few little pieces, roll them into balls. I'm sorry about the dogs. And we want a tiny piece, which we're just going to pop into our bag. Pop this for now back in there. Okay, again, very small amount of water just on the end of his legs there. And we're just going to flatten the pieces, make them round. You can just do this with your fingers, you don't need to faff about with modelling tools or anything, and then just pop it onto the end of his feet. Okay, or her feet. Same on the other side. So you have those. Then we're going to take the legs that we're going to stick on, and again, small amount of water on the end. Make circles and just stick those with your water. Flatten the ends out slightly, and then we're just going to pop a little bit of water on his tummy. And these legs, just push on nice and gently in the middle. Tip his head back again. You can redo his mouth a little. Okay. We use a tiny little piece of the pink for his tongue. So we're just going to roll a little ball, just enough to pop into his mouth. You can elongate it a little bit if you want to, but it's just going to be a cute little tongue. So we just, again, a little bit of water into his mouth. With your Dresden tool, just pick it up. And then just pop it into his mouth. Now what you want to do is just mould that down. And there you go. There's his cute little tongue and his mouth. So now we need to make his ears. I always refer to them as his, I don't know why. I'm just going to pop these bits back in the bag. So again, just roll into a sausage, and we'll take now you can roll these or mould them on your mat. I don't think we need to. I think we can just do it with your fingers. If you just pop a bit of corn flour on your fingers and just pull the ears round to the shape that you want. And then we just tuck a little bit. In a minute you'll see how we mould these and shape them. It's important to make sure that they are pretty much the same in size and sort of shape. By doing the edges, you just leave it a bit thicker in the middle because you want to be able to stick these on. And then you're going to take your pink again, just soften it again. Pinch off a couple of little pieces. And again, a bit of corn flour on your fingers and pull it out. If it tears like mine just did, that's fine. You can always double up with what you're using. So always just make sure that you've coloured enough to cover these things. Invariably it's going to happen. And we're just going to measure that on there. We don't want the whole thing covered, just enough to add a bit of the pink. So again, for the other ear, just smooth it into the shape that you want with your fingers. I'm not having a very good time here with this one, so we've just screwed it up and put it back and start again. I apologise for my dog barking. It's because he can hear me talking and he thinks there's somebody else in the house. Bless. Okay, that'll do. So again, just a little bit of water. Don't put too much because otherwise it becomes sticky and then you can't work it. And just pop your pink on. Leave a little bit around the edges of the pink. Pop it on. So we're going to pop that one on there. You can use your ball tool just to smooth it a bit, pull it into a shape if it's lost a bit of shape, but really it doesn't have to be perfect. Okay, then we're going to take your ear, put a little bit of water just on one edge like so, and just give it a pinch. And then a little bit of water just give it a pinch. Okay, we're going to take our little chappy, just going to put some water just on the sides of his head. And just stick the ear on. Now when you do this, you can pull it, play around with it, get it in the shape that you want it to be. The same on the other side. Just going to turn him around so I can see what I'm doing. Just give him a bit of shape. Give it a little push with your ball tool, just to make sure that's not going to come off. I think that's quite well stuck. Again, tip his head back, play with the ears again. Until you're happy. And there you go, he's looking a bit more like an elephant now, he's got some ears. Last but not least, he needs a tail. So again, tiny piece of the grey, just roll it on your hand. And then the end, I just take a sharp knife, just cut in and splay those open just a little bit. A little bit of water on his bottom and just pop his tail on. You can use your Dresden tool just to flatten that out, make sure it's not going to come off. Smooth it out, try and get away from the seams. And there you go. I've rushed this one just because it's my first video and I wanted to just show you how quick and easy these can be made. Okay, a little bit more time, a little bit more playing, you can make this. Beautiful, beautiful little elephant. If you're doing it for a little boy, just change the ears and the feet pads for blue. And there you have it. I'd love it if you would like this video, subscribe to me, help me get going. I'm going to be doing lots more videos of animals, flowers, anything you want to see me try and make, then please comment below and let me know. I'll see what I can do. Bye.